Bye, E3.
I thought you meant wave at the person.
There it is. Something changes something.
So we were just talking about the Move, PlayStation Move, and we played ping pong. How was your ping pong experience?
I did not realize I was that good at ping pong because I played Wii Sports Resort ping pong against Kevin last year.
And you get so good.
I was terrible. Oh man. You know, I beat him with archery, and then he's like, okay, well, let's play ping pong. And then he annihilates me. And he's just like, oh, what do you think, you're a big guy now? I was like, I wasn't even bragging about archery, so okay.
Nice.
So yeah, this one, I felt like a ping pong savant. It was weird because I don't know, it seems too easy, but that's not necessarily Move's fault. It's
they have to make it easy so people don't get pissed off.
well, that's true too.
But it was incredibly easy. I mean, it felt fine. Like my whole problem with the whole Move thing is that it's all perfectly fine. It works good. The controller feels okay, even though it's an ice cream cone controller or ice cream scoop.
Yeah, it looks
But for everyone who's had a Wii for 5 years, you've done it.
Yeah.
There's nothing new other than shiny graphics.
You have to let go. Really quick flicks.
This is a good video.
He's not the middle today.
He's just practicing.
There it goes.
The bullet could have hit me.
Oh.
The character will imitate you. Okay. He bases everything off of your movement. You guys have been going around. I saw Jeff.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. He was over at the break room. Oh, where's the? I didn't see that. Where are they on the side?
Uh-oh. That's a poor split.
Yeah. So how did this feel?
What do you think? Can you make the split?
I'm going to make the split. I'm going to attempt to make the split.
Well, one's better than nothing.
Alright, Travis has the same exact split that I had.
I don't know if I can do it.
In fact, I think
Game of angles.
I need to do spin. I'm not sure. Thing you did, so
it's the exact same.
pretty much. So what if I get a strike? Yeah, I will say, echo Corey's sentiment. I guess you already say it's surprisingly light.
It is very light.
And the trigger feels pretty good.
Yeah.
We just never had to use that for ping pong blaster game.
There is a different. They have a large button, and if you're thinking of the Wii remote, it's the A button basically, and it's indented. It's like flat, almost against the body of the controller, and that's a little weird.
Yeah, I can see that. And,
but it has 4 smaller buttons around it that are the X, triangle, square, whatever, and they're raised up. But you hardly ever use those. At least with any of the thing we've demoed today.
Right. They don't actually have anything good to demo today for the Move. Noises.
That's a new sound that I've heard. I haven't heard that in 2 days.
I think a robot just malfunctioned and started killing people.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they don't have anything interesting. Like we were hoping to see SOCOM 4 just because it's a real game.
Yeah.
And it's supposed to use it, but it's only playable with a normal controller.
I did play Time Crisis.
Oh.
And it played.
Wait,
like
you played it with the Move?
with the Move,
Oh.
and it's what you would expect. You're pointing at the screen and you're shooting, and it was fun and it looked great. But as far as the experience that I've had that experience.
Yeah, well, it's a little weird too because the Time Crisis games have been so famous for making a game and putting a Leica with it.
Yeah.
It's like, well,
they don't have to do that anymore.
Yeah,
they don't have to do it anymore.
Yeah.
Which is nice. So it's like I said, I have no problem with the Move at all.
Yeah.
It's just like for me to own one, it would probably have to be packed in with some game that I really wanted to have.
And as we know, Sony doesn't like to do things like that.
No. Otherwise, I don't really have any reason to go out and pick one up because I feel like I've done this before.
Sure. And I think that's like the one good point of Connect, even though everything I've seen about that here but at least it's doing something different.
Yeah.
So there's still this morbid curiosity in my head, like, wow, what does it feel like to jump into a game and be free of controls? Probably pretty terrible, but I've never done it.
Yeah.
So there's
That's
that.
right. It's like heroin. I probably will not enjoy my whole life after that, but if I tried it, it's different.
Right. So
there you
I
go.
don't know. None of these really trump the Wii, which is, I think, the weirdest part because the Wii is a promising console, but man, we don't play it very often, and it should not be that hard to overcome it.
I know.
And, yet somehow,
I think that Sony has made an ecosystem to what the Wii does. Microsoft is just over there trying to figure something out.
pretty much.
And they're just throwing darts at walls at this point.
Well, and I think the real thing is that, well, when you play a Wii game, all the good Wii games are Nintendo games.
Yeah.
And all the bad ones are third-party games.
Everything
So,
else.
like, we don't understand this remote. So when you go to the Move or Connect, it's all third parties because, you know, Sony doesn't really make its own games. They own companies.
Yeah.
So they can put Sony on the box, but they're not really making their own games like Nintendo does. So so you get a bunch of third-party games, and everything's terrible.
So
That's my 2 cents.
that's it. So this about wraps up day 3.
Just about. I'm pretty tired.
We're just sitting on the floor for the next hour, watching the Hellgas go by. He's awesome. That guy's so awesome. He's
awesome.
He's nowhere around here right now.
Yeah, he'll be back.
There you go. That's E3. Yeah.
That guy's the best. That's the best guy.
I'm almost surprised they're allowed to do that.
So that was that, fellas.
Yep, that was that.
Yep.
Video games.
Trash can.
Yep.
Yeah, look at it. Wave at it.
So bye-bye, E3.
I thought you meant wave at the person.
There it is. Something changes something.